This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to our special show, our call-in show on coronavirus. All your questions, doubts, any queries that you may have answered by doctors who are joining us. We're joined today morning by Dr. Arvind Jagdisha, diabetologist from Bengaluru, and Dr. Manoj Chopra, interventional cardiologist, joining us from Nashik. Thank you both for joining us this morning and taking your time. The big news on coronavirus today is the vaccine trials have begun in the United Kingdom, in Oxford. So that's something that's very interesting, though authorities there are saying that don't get your hopes up for this year. This is just the beginning. The first 2 people have been injected. What would you say about this? And there's a race right now across the world to find a vaccine for coronavirus.
So at this point of time, vaccine is too early to discuss because we are not able to completely understand what exactly the virus is doing, what is its method of action and all those things. But however, it's a good news in UK as well in US. They've started the trial and it may definitely take some at least 3 to 4 months or 6 months before we get the vaccine. But till then, the prevention is the best care. So the social distancing and all the necessary measures has to be taken. We do not think about vaccine and wait for that and have a great hopes on that as of now.
All right. And Dr. Chopra, also, there's a lot of talk about how this virus keeps mutating. So even if they do find a vaccine, in various countries, there's talk of how there are different strains.
Yeah, I think COVID-19, if you look at the basically a SARS virus, there are different flu mutations are known. Similarly, the COVID-19 can have a different mutations. So at present, we really don't know what vaccine we'll get and that mutation it is going to reinfect the person or not. So once you are infected, there are chances of reinfection can be there. That's what the limited data is showing at present.
All right. Well, we have a few callers. We have Vineet. All right, we will try and get to those callers, but also doctors, in India at least, we're not seeing the extent of, the spread of coronavirus as we would have imagined. And there's been a lot of questions raised about that. Of course, questions also about whether we are testing enough and questions regarding whether we have some sort of inherent immunity. But again, as you were saying, Dr. Jagdisha, it's not a time to be complacent.
Yeah, absolutely. It should not be complacent at all because there are a few strains of coronavirus which has been identified. We don't know which strain is going on in our country as of now, whether that strain is very mild or we don't know. So at this point of time, considering all this, we are doing a sufficient amount of testing, not that we are not doing at all. We are doing sufficient amount of testing for sure. But at the same time, the strains we don't know. And basically, we always tell our Indian immunity is always good. But we should not be complacent because at this point of time, the prevention is the best care to be done. So later we can always discuss, we had a less strain, our body immunity is always strong. Because our personal hygiene compared to the developed country is not so good. That's why our immunity is strong. All those things, theories are coming. But we are not sure exactly what is the reason.
All right. Well, we have our first caller, Vineet Kumar. Vineet Kumar calling from Rohtas. Vineet ji, अपना question पूछिए.
सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे प्रेग्नेंट लेडी के लिए कितना सावधानी रहना चाहिए और वो थोड़ा सा भी खाना खा रही है उसको बार बार वोमिटिंग हो जा रहा है सर.
All right, Dr. Chopra, first to you.
Yeah, I think pregnant lady and non-pregnant lady, the chances of getting COVID-19 infection is the same. They are not at the high risk. Only that if the pregnant lady gets a COVID-19 and develops a pneumonia, then there is a problem. Otherwise, whatever the social distancing and the other measures, hand washing and wearing a mask is important. Otherwise, they don't need to take a special care. Food habits will be important, proper rest will be important, and these are the cares which will prevent them from the COVID-19.
All right. We have another caller from Amravati, Akshay Bhatkar. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, can I speak Hindi?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
मैम जैसे कि मैं महाराष्ट्र अमरावती से बात कर रहा, यहाँ पे अभी तक 2 या 3 लोगों की मौत हो चुकी है और उनका मतलब आफ्टर डेथ उनकी पता चला कि क्योंकि वो कोरोना इन्फेक्टेड थे। तो हमको मतलब यहाँ पे मौत होने के बाद पता चल रहा कि उन लोगों को कोरोना इन्फेक्टेड थे। जैसे कि मतलब इन अदर सिम्टम्स बाकियों को दिखे तो फिर अपन क्या करें, फिर ट्राई क्या करें फिर, क्योंकि उनको तो
आप
मतलब
इन लोगों को जानते थे? आप उनके करीब गए थे क्या?
नो 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 नो।
All right, just in your area you're saying you've heard.
नो मैम, मतलब वो मतलब थोड़े मतलब दूर के एरिया के थे, मतलब बहुत दूर के एरिया के थे, मतलब उनकी सिटी से बात कर रहा है।
All right, Dr. Jagdish, I think this is a big concern that a lot of people, are not detected with coronavirus, and as he was saying, in their area, they've heard that after death, it's been revealed that they were COVID patients. So this again is a worry, and the fact that we have many asymptomatic people as well.
Yeah, that is the latest thing what we are seeing nowadays, because early day the symptoms like fever, cough, running nose, body ache, vomiting and all was seen. But nowadays the patients are totally asymptomatic and still they can be a spreader. That we are not able to identify and very difficult to identify as well. So as a thing is, that is the reason the precaution is very, very important, like the general measures in the sense, whenever you come across a person or when you are meeting a person, say always namaste, don't shake hands, and maintain a 1 meter distancing. And if the person is having or whether you are having cough and sneezing, you should be at a distance. And even washing your hands with soap and water or the hand sanitizer is very important, because we don't know where exactly the virus is there. If it can be in the objects, it can be in your door nozzles, anywhere. So cleaning, like for example, the commonly used areas, like whether it may be a door, whether it may be a cupboard key, or it may be a car or your bike keys and all, should be thoroughly washed with the hand sanitizer at least to prevent the spread of coronavirus. But always saying all this, no need to panic, okay? This is very important. Don't panic. If you have heard a news in a death news of some patient dying of corona in faraway places, it's just a news, okay? But it has to be, don't panic, and if something happens to me or the family, it should not be in that case. But
Right.
maintaining the government protocol is very, very important.
राइट सो अक्षय, आपको जो प्रोटोकॉल्स हैं वो फॉलो करना बहुत जरूरी है, इसलिए कहते हैं डॉक्टर्स कह रहे हैं कि बार बार हाथ धोइए, लोगों से डिस्टेंस रखिए, फेस मास्क पहनिए. यस डॉक्टर चोपड़ा, यू वांटेड टू ऐड समथिंग?
And asymptomatic patients and the surfaces, chances of spreading the infection is very low. You should not worry about that if you are maintaining the social distancing and hand washing properly.
All right, we have another caller, Kiran Sharma calling from Haridwar. Go ahead with your question.
मेरे 2 क्वेश्चन है जी. एक तो ये है, मेरी और मेरी वाइफ की एज जो है 62 ईयर्स है. हम दोनों शुगर और ब्लड प्रेशर के पेशेंट हैं. तो हमें अपनी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए क्या क्या चीज खानी चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए? दूसरा प्रश्न ये है कि ये वायरस है, ये हवा में कितनी दूर तक चलता है? क्योंकि कई जगह पे जो बातें आती है, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं 1 मीटर दूर होना चाहिए, कुछ बोलते हैं कि 8 फुट दूर होना चाहिए. जैसे कि आपके रवीश कुमार जी का प्रोग्राम देखते हैं हम, उसमें वो बताते हैं कि 8 फुट दूर रहना चाहिए.
All right, Dr. Chopra, I'll start with you. He has 2 issues, diabetes as well as BP problem. So first, Dr. Chopra, what would you recommend?
See, basically, if you have a diabetes and blood pressure, you continue your treatment, monitor your sugars, monitor your blood pressure regularly. And basically, these are the patients who are more prone for developing a COVID-19. So what they need to do is stay at home. Social distancing is important. Hand washing is important. When he asks about the food, I think you are eating home food nowadays. That's the best way to maintain your immunity. Rest is important. Family time you are having much, that is going to give you a positivity. That's a good thing. And I think what he talked about the spread of a virus to air droplets.
Yes.
I think they are saying that the 2 meter distance, that is the 8 feet distance, is important. If you are going out to get your medicines or the food, I think you maintain 2 meter distance, wear the mask, and after coming home, wash your feet, wash your hands, and don't touch your face, nose, mouth, and the ears. That's important. And basically, your medicines you need to continue and control your diabetes and the sugar, blood pressure.
राइट किरण जी, इसलिए कह रहे हैं कि सबको मास्क पहनना जरूरी है ताकि जिन लोगों को होगा भी तो वो स्प्रेड नहीं करेंगे. डॉक्टर जगदीशा, ऑल्सो फॉर डायबिटिक पेशेंट्स, एंड वी हैव सच अ ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पीपल विद डायबिटीज, स्पेशली द एल्डरली, इट्स ऑल्सो important that they manage to get enough exercise as well during this time, take their medicines and get the exercise. What would you recommend?
जी, एक बात तो समझना है, डायबिटीज तो एक कंडीशन है, उधर ब्लड शुगर ऊपर नीचे होते रहते हैं. मगर इस सिचुएशन में, कोरोना का सिचुएशन में, डायबिटीज को कंट्रोल का रखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है. इसलिए कोरोना इन्फेक्शन होता है, इसका कॉम्प्लिकेशन कम रहता है. इसके लिए पैनिक नहीं होना है. सिंपल डाइटिंग और एक्सरसाइज तो करना पड़ेगा. एक्सरसाइज मतलब आप घर में रह रहे हैं, इसलिए थोड़ा वॉकिंग कर सकते हैं. आपको टेरेस में या गार्डन में आधा घंटा सुबह, आधा घंटा शाम को वॉकिंग कीजिए. डाइटिंग तो डेफिनेटली करना है, एज टोल्ड बाय योर डॉक्टर. एट द सेम टाइम क्या होता है ना, इसका डायबिटीज का मेडिसिन ठीक तरह से लेना है, कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. आपको शुगर बार बार चेक करना है घर में, सो दैट ये फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं हो रहा है. फ्लक्चुएशन होते रहते तो आपको डॉक्टर को कांटेक्ट कीजिए. आप इस सिचुएशन में आपको डॉक्टर नहीं मिल रहा है तो टेली कंसल्टेशन कीजिए, वीडियो कंसल्टेशन कर सकते हैं. इसमें आपका डाउट क्लैरिफाई कर सकता है. बट मगर समझ दिए, इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग तो घर में प्रॉपर होममेड फूड खाइए, वॉकिंग कीजिए और दवाई ठीक तरह से लीजिए.
Right, it's not that we're under lockdown and we stop, practice, any sort of discipline and exercise and, start eating too much. So it's very important that we maintain discipline even under lockdown. We have a caller from Hyderabad, Madhavi Manoj. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good morning everyone. Highly appreciate the panel for helping with the queries. My question is, how do I know whether I am asymptomatic and how long will it take for my symptoms to appear?
All right.
Some signs, some symptoms.
Okay,
so basically the incubation period of coronavirus is 14 days. So for a average, if you take it, they say it is 5 days, 4 to 5 days. So if a person develops a coronavirus and its immunity is less, so by 4 to 5 days, the symptoms may appear. Now, it doesn't mean all patients will have symptoms of cold, sore throat, fever, body pain, running nose, and sneezing, and all those things. So, if you have developed the symptoms, usually it is after 4 to 5 days after the infection.
All right, but also, Dr. Chopra, now we've had Kerala and Telangana both increasing the 14-day period to 28 days, because now it's been found that some patients develop it even later.
Yeah, there are some cases where the disease can be seen up to 28 days. But basically, if you look at the data, from 2 days to 14 days is the average period from becoming a symptomatic, or it's an incubation period. You are exposed and developing the coronavirus. But if it is a moderate to severe form, it can be 3 to 4 weeks. You can have a chance of spreading the infection.
All right, and the reason this is such a worry, the asymptomatic patients, is because you don't realize you have it and you could pass it on to those who are, more vulnerable, who don't have the same immunity that you do. We have a caller from Bengaluru, Sunil Kumar. Go ahead with your question.
Ma'am?
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, my name is Sunil Kumar. I am speaking from nearby Bangalore. My age almost 50 age. I am private school teacher. Ma'am, I am suffering almost 18 years diabetes. It is fluctuate 200 to 300 to 250. I am taking normal food, 50 gram rice and chapati, idli, dosa, as well as I am taking medicine also, Glimestar PM2, morning one and evening one after food, and sometimes I am taking insulin. But last 18 years, it is not normal postponed, not 140, 150. It is 200 to 250, sometimes 300. I am doing exercise regular 1 hour, yoga, or I am going to gym, whatever. But I cannot understand what is going on with me. Many 2-3 doctors also I changed, but they also saying you do continue. Don't take tension. I don't have any tension, but I don't know why.
All right.
In my family also don't have sugar.
All right, Dr. Jagdisha, it's also a time that I think a lot of people are under stress as well.
Yeah, the stress plays a very important role. as Mr. Sunil was asking, like you should, what simple thing to be understood is he's having a long duration of diabetes, 18 years diabetes, and sugars are not controlling because maybe at this point of time stress is involved. But I always tell to my patients, because he's from Bangalore, so he's from my place only. So I always tell my patient that it is not it is said that any diabetes can't be controlled. No, it's wrong. Any diabetes should be controlled, and any fasting sugar should be less than 100. If after food, that is 2 hours after food, should be less than 180. So this can be achieved. But different patients are different. You should understand that, because some patient will be controlled with 1 tablet, some patient with 3 times insulin also not controlled. So you have to frequently be in touch with your doctor once in 10 days, 15 days, till your sugars are controlled, till your HbA1c is less than 7. So you from the patient point of view, what as a doctor we expect: proper dieting, proper exercise, and regular intake of medicine. Still it is not controlling. You should never leave your doctor. Doctor, what is happening? Please control my sugar. I am doing meditation to reduce my stress.
Why would he be seeing this sort of abnormal situation that he's saying he's doing everything like he did earlier? He's taking the same medication, he's eating, he's controlling his diet, he's exercising as well, it seems, 1 hour. But he's seeing this sort of abnormal situation in which it remains elevated, I think is what he said.
Maybe because of the stress plays a role. But at the same time, it is elevated. The dosage of insulin what he is taking has to be adjusted, and it has to be brought at any cost. We can't leave that sugars like what he said, like 200, 300. No, we can't leave the sugars like that. At any cost, it has to be brought less than 180. That is random sugar, which can be brought. He has to consult the doctor, his diabetes doctor, make sure the dosage of medicine is adjusted, and it has to be brought to normal with proper diet and exercising as well.
All right, we have a caller from Tamil Nadu, Satish. Satish, if you can go ahead with your question.
One question. Now recently, younger patients are developing stroke due to coronavirus. There is a report coming on. How a patient can identify that he is developing some stroke symptoms like that when he has to consult a neurologist or neurosurgeon? Regarding that one question. Second question is, what is a viral load?
All right, Dr. Chopra, I think he's saying that people who have coronavirus are also developing stroke, and that this is being seen among young patients. I haven't read this, so if you could talk about this.
Yeah, basically coronavirus and developing a stroke or a myocardial infarct, that is a heart attack. There is in coronavirus, what is happening is that there is a lot of thrombi formation and affecting the small and medium-sized vessel. So it is a moderate to severe form of corona. There you will have this type of problems, and there you can develop a myocardial infarct or stroke. And that's why you need to be very careful. If you are getting a chest pain, burning pain in the chest, or you have a tingling numbness or heaviness in the limbs and the power is getting lost, if you have a fever and cough, you need to contact your doctors immediately. What I am seeing nowadays is that because of lockdown, and patients are coming very late to the hospitals of a heart attack or a stroke, and that's why they don't need to be away from the hospitals or doctors because of the fear or panic that they will get COVID-19 if they go to the hospitals. If they have symptoms, they should contact doctors, ambulances, or emergency services, because all our emergency services are available. And developing a stroke or infarct is a very less number of patients are developing severe form of corona disease. That is only 1 to 2% will have a acute respiratory distress syndrome. Stroke or myocardial infarct is a less than number of patients. So you don't need to be panic. You don't need to be fearful. But if you have symptoms, contact your emergency doctors. And this virus load is a condition where means how much virus has entered your body and is affecting you in what form. Where most of the patient, as we all talked about, is 90% of people having the mild form of the disease. It's only 10% will require hospitalization, and out of that, only 1 or 2% will require ICU treatment. And as we have seen in India, the number of patients going to the 21,000 is only 30 days. And only 682 deaths till date.
That's right.
That's why if you compare it with the US and Italian, our severity or severe form of disease has not been seen in the India, what we are seeing in the Western countries.
All right. Well, I hope that helped him. We have Cheryl calling from Mangalore. Go ahead with your question, Cheryl.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. This is regarding the cremation of a COVID patient. Like, will the smoke or the procedure affect the localites over there? Because there were 2 deaths in Dakshina Kannada last trip in a few days, and yesterday there was 1. It's like total 2. And cremation was really issue yesterday night because 2 of the cremation centers did allow, and ultimately they had to take to some other place. So just for the knowledge, is the cremation or smoke, will it affect the localites or the people surrounding over there?
All right, Dr. Jagdish, a very important question because there's so much fear and I think a lot of, ignorance and rumors, panic over this issue. If you could tell us.
So cremation, yeah, important aspect because the person dying of coronavirus. So when if he dies, the cremation has to be done. The person who are doing cremation has to be taken care with proper personal protection equipment. But once the proper care is taken, once the body is burned, the smoke, there is no studies to say that smoke will cause the spread of coronavirus. Maybe if at all, if the person develops,
though the cremation has to be done in a particular way, everybody needs to, maintain distance from the body, and the person should also be, I think, kept in a sealed cover. Sadly, that's the way. But as far as the cremation and the smoke, you're saying that there's no such information.
No such information as of now.
All right. Well, I hope.
Basically, corona spreads through the droplets, and after the patient is dead, the chances of getting a droplets in a air is very low. Only you need to wear and take care that while touching the body, you will not be exposed to that.
All right, very important to emphasize this information because there's too much panic in areas where people preventing cremations and burials from taking place. So I hope that helps those of you who are watching. Thank you so much, doctors, for joining us and sparing your time and answering all those questions. Thank you all for watching at home. With that, time for us to slip into a short break. We'll be back with the top news. Don't go anywhere.